Take your allotted seats, please.
First of all, thank you to everybody. I know it's been a while. I'm not able to do live. So welcome and thank you for joining me. Just some housekeeping. Of course, you guys see which I'm going to talk about, right? I'm going to talk about the census thing. You know, I'm going to come from a historical perspective as well, because that is the beautiful thing about why we get archives, for to keep old videos, or bring it out to you guys so we can review the past, come back, right? Refresher. You know, what we lack na salon delicate today. One, like I said again, is civic education amongst the population. And this is not got anything to do with the educational level. You know, the educated people in Sierra Leone, all the way down to the people when they consider saying uneducated. Everybody needs civic education. We have to understand what our rights are, what our responsibilities are when it comes to democracy, protecting democracy, right? And this is why I do what I do. This is why we do what we do, you know? And I'm about to play a video for you guys again so you guys can see where these guys actually had a fight in parliament behind this crooked census that these guys had to always wanted, you know, to bring forth. You guys have seen, you know, what it's like, how crazy that census was. It was not necessary. There was no point in having a census, but these guys were bent on having a census. And we see, you know, everything, you know, with the numbers and all of that stuff, it is skewed. I'm not even going to get to that. I'm going to get to that last. But the fact of the matter remains, what I want to point out is the fact that, you know, what is happening to our democracy at a time like this is very shameful, it's disastrous, and we don't want to go back where we came from 30-some years ago. That is the deciding factor. So I've shown you guys that video. You've seen that. These were members of parliament that actually stood up against this census. And this government, even though the European Union, you guys all saw that, the European Union came out and said the census is illegal. All of that. But these guys kept, you know, at the census. So let me put that again on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you guys would have a better view. But this is what the European Union put out about the census, right? They said the midterm census is unprecedented. Let me read it here. The midterm census is unprecedented. The stated reason for it is highly contested. The use of an optional census to provide data which might be used to change electoral boundaries shortly before an election is not conducive to the political atmosphere or good electoral practice. The mission repeats its recommendation that the voter register should be automatically produced from the civil register. Guys, this is the European Union. But you know, these guys, they've become so nonchalant, they've become so disrespectful to the point that they are challenging the European Union, the hand that is actually feeding them. The European Union actually funds almost 80-90% of our elections in Sierra Leone. These guys, the European Union, if any other part of the world, they tell a government, say, don't do this. A lot of times, these governments, 98% of the times or 100% of the times, would listen because they want to protect democracy. And what the European Union did to even interfere and say, you know what, pull out this report and say, this midterm census is unprecedented, guys. That is the language. I want you guys to pay attention to that language. The midterm census is unprecedented. That is what is important there. But these guys decided to go ahead, forge with this midterm census. Even at a time when we have COVID, they claim there is no money. But again, remember, this government received over $650 million between 2020 and 2021. And thanks to Cashbox with that research that it did. And in actuality, they actually received over $1 billion. But they've received $650 million. Where did all that money go? It was wasted. But again, these guys, they told them, the European Union, the World Bank to the last minute come and say, this census we're going to pull out because the data is not going to be accurate. The people of Sierra Leone did not participate in this census, but they disrespected the census. They disrespected World Bank. They disrespected the European Union. They disrespected the people of Sierra Leone. They're not listening. And this is some of the things where caused the coups and, unrest in other parts of West Africa. When you take Senegal, what happened? When you look at what happened in Mali, when you look at what happened in Guinea, all because of unconstitutionality. All because of unconstitutionality. These guys disobeyed. Let me show you. The only thing I have with Parliament is when this president came out and he made a speech where he said, I received unprecedented support from Parliament. No member of Parliament did not come back to rebut what the president said. That was the only issue that I had. Because if I was a member of Parliament and the president comes out and says I had unprecedented support from Parliament after we saw the skirmishes, the fight, and everything in Parliament, I would be sure to come back and say, no, Mr. President, that is not true. You did not receive any unprecedented support from us. But that was how he lied to the government, to the international community. So we don't know if the president lied. Because if members of Parliament could not come back and counter the president when he made that statement, then we have a problem. But let me play the video of Parliament. When these guys, the SLPP government, in conjunction with Abbas Bundu, the de facto Speaker of Parliament, that was shoved down the throat of the people of Sierra Leone. Because we all know he should not be the Speaker of Parliament. If anybody should be the Speaker of Parliament today, it should be Honorable Cherry Coco. And that was why I was pissed off when I saw Honorable Cherry Coco with, Kande Yumkela sitting at the same table with Abbas Bundu when they were celebrating the 60th birthday of Tunis. I was very pissed off at that. But let me play a video, of Parliament when they had the skirmish and the fight at Parliament. Let me play that.
Again, police brutality right in the well of Parliament.
Take your allotted seats, please.
Yes, still as I talk to now, this is the Honorable Cherry Coco, the Speaker, no gear mic. You know the gear and the mic. But this is not the city, no. This is not the city, no. They say, Abbas Bundu say, and I get spear mic for Honorable Cherry Coco. So you know I made Cherry Coco talk. Now you don't tell the clerk, when I look up, what Abbas Bundu they do now this country. Now so Abbas Bundu want for left for ya? Now so Abbas Bundu don't do ya? Wait. Don't damage this country.
They don't fight. They just don't fight. Tear gas. As they don't pass the instruments with the evil order.